Welcome back to the Warzone, where last week we saw yet another new machine in the form of Dan Tomkia make it to the semi-finals. And now we have another set of 9 machines ready to fight them out to join them. So, let's see who's up this week. 10 Siege, 13 Black home to take out newcomers Complete Control and veterans Pika Destroy. Hydra home to take out newcomers Huge and veterans Hypnodisk. And 15 Siege Freeway home to knock out Slinky the Sea Monster and veterans Tricerabop. 13 Black Spinner. Back again after being battered out of the arena by Barricade last time, virtually unchanged with its 2 5-wheel blades giving it twice the destructive power, but it has the same problems from last wars as well, like struggling to self-right. Complete Control. Control Bot. A Canadian middleweight robot with a very unique weapon setup, a climbing spike attached above the lifting forks to control its opponents around the war zone with a very low ground clearance at the front to make frontal assaults extremely tricky to pull off, but a side attack is another story, and it can't self-right. Pika Destroy. Spinner. Team Pokemon's second entry for Robot Wars after their sad departure with crippling Kabutops in the last wars. The team's new machine is built in a similar design to Tombstone, but much cuter with a very deadly Thunderbolt spinning bar. The main weakness for the machine is the exposed wheels. The team, however, think its weakness is it's too cute to be taken seriously. Right.
Roboteers, stand by.
13 Black with the 2 flywheels, the middleweight Complete Control, and Pika Destroy with its own Thunder Bar.
2, 1.
Be interesting to see how better the design is than crippling Kabutops from last time for Pika Destroy. Well, hitting the side of Complete Control. Pika Destroy hits the side of 13 Black and sends him into the wall across the flames, and 13 Black are struggling there. Oh! Becoming good on Complete Control, sending them flying. And now 13 Black are up and over. They had this problem in the last wars as well. So it'll be great to see how they come back into this. There's Pika Destroy still in the action. And what's that that's on the floor? Where'd that come from? Is it from 13 Black? I don't know. It could be as Pika Destroy gets flung off across the floor. Brilliant. Meanwhile, Pika Destroy taking damage to the wheels. And speaking of wheels, 13 Black's lost one! They've lost a wheel! So they cannot drive! And I think the tire from the other one's been ripped off as well! Pika Destroy's lost a whole wheel completely. Is 13... Well, 13 Black's up and over, they can't move. But what about Complete Control? I don't think they have full control. 13 Black in the top corner of the screen. Well, not corner, but you know what I mean. There's no life in them. They are counted out and immobilized. But, and this is going to have to go to the judges for me, because I'm wondering, were they immobilized before or after Complete Control? Is there any real controlled movement in Complete Control? Time will have to tell. All these machines actually, there's no real controlled movement. They're all pretty much dead. It's will to go to the judges of who goes to bronze, who goes to silver, and who gets put into the goal on style, control, damage, and aggression. And the judges have made their decision. 13 Black into the bronze, Complete Control into the silver, and Pika Destroy into the gold on damage. Complete Control into the silver because there was a bit more life in them than 13 Black. Next up, Hydra, Huge, and Hypnodisk. Hydra, Flipper. Back again after burning out in the last wars, they fixed that issue from ever happening again and strengthened the armor so blades can't get through it as easily as before. But the sides are still the weak spots, as that's not where their flipper is located. Huge Spinner. the biggest machine in the competition with the giant wheels and spinning blade, and virtually impossible to do any real damage to. Extremely well constructed to make damaging it almost impossible, especially with the steel armor, but those gigantic wheels do make a great target to attack. Hypnodisc Spinner. Back again after a shocking exit in the last Wars the Detour, the blade still as powerful as it was last time, and they say the Streamek's working now. It wasn't before, but again the exposed wheels are the big issue for the machine, as well as the ground clearance underneath the flywheel.
Robot ears, stand by.
Hydra with the CO2 flipper, huge with the big bar spinner, and Hypnodisc with the spinning flywheel.
2, 1.
And that thing on top of Hydra, they tell me, is supposed to be an anti-huge device, because they knew they were going up against this machine, and that's what that is. It's designed to help them against huge. I don't know how, but Hypnodisc hitting the side of huge, and now was for a moment there underneath Hydra, and that could have done some major damage to the wheels. And now Hydra needs to be wary of that spinning flywheel of Hypnodisc. Meanwhile, is huge okay? Well, is he to be? What is Huge doing? I'm sorry. What are you doing? I'll figure that out later. Meanwhile, Hypnodisc almost flipped out of the arena there by Hydra. Can Hydra even get Hypnodisc out of the arena? That's what I want to know. Huge coming in to do some damage. And there goes the big flywheel. And now Hypnodisc on fire. And sent away. And oh, huge! Huge are in the pit. And I don't think they'll be getting out of there. Not with how the pit's designed. Hypnodisc up and over. Now they can right themselves. We know they can, but I don't think they can. And with that, they won't be ever again out of the arena. A great victory for Hydra. Huge, looked impressive, no real control movement. Hypnodisc could have done well, but sadly they're out. A great victory there for Hydra, but look at this. Huge into the silver, Hypnodisc into the bronze, and I'm being told Hypnodisc caught fire and ended up immobilized. That's a bit controversial in my opinion, but judges ruling. Next up, 15th Siege, Free Wave, Slinky the Sea Monster, and Tricerabot. Free Wave Flipper. Didn't do too badly last time and gave quite a performance by throwing itself out of the arena twice and even flipped itself back into the arena. Definitely a very impressive machine with the flipper and tough armor, but the flipper might be too powerful as they can also flip themselves, as evident from last year. Slinky the Sea Monster. Spinner. I don't even know what to say about this machine, other than I'm intrigued. The main weapon is a dropping spinning blade attached to a 360-degree turret with many forks to help prevent machines getting underneath it. But the drive system is a serious issue for them as, and I'm not joking, the machine only has one wheel. Are you barking mad? Well, you made the thing, so quite clearly. Tricerabot. Rambot. They fought with Juggerbot in the last wars, which sadly didn't go any further after Tsunami and the Watcher were through with it. The front now consists of ramming spikes and a rear flipping tail. Still got the same amount of power as last time, as well as the same problem as last time with those exposed wheels.
Robot ears, stand by.
Free Wave, the 15th CH with the CO2 flipper, the whatever on earth Slinky the Sea Monster is, and Tricerabot.
3, 2, 1.
Seriously, what on earth is Slinky? Well, I'm intrigued, and there's the flip on the underside of Tricerabot. And as Tricerabot stopped, I think they might have, look at this, that one flip and something, I think's happened. I don't think there's any real life. I think Tricerabot are dead in the water. Oh no, don't tell me Free Waves have broken down again. Yes, they have, and I know what's gonna happen. Hey! out of the arena. Lovely jubbly. And now the flipper's down. How on earth did Slinky the Sea Monster win this fight? How? They're barely moving. How did they win? How? And there's the confirmation though. Somehow. And Tricerabot into the bronze, but I'm being told there's a little problem. Triceratops were not fully counted out yet before Freewave threw themselves out. So they've ended up switching, and it's Freewave into the Bronze Rumble with 13 Black and Hypnodisc, and Tricerabot will be joining Complete Control Huge in the Silver Rumble, while Slinky the Sea Monster somehow goes on to join Pika, Destroy, and Hydra in the gold.
Robot ears, stand by.
Freewave, the CO2 flipper, Hypnodisc with the spinning flywheel, and 13 Black with 2 flywheels.
3, 2, 1, activate.
And honestly, it's a bit of a surprise to see both seeds in the Bronze Rumble. Technically, Freewave should be in the Silver Rumble. Controversy, though, reigns supreme. Meanwhile, Hypnodisc's up and over. And is there something wrong with Freewave's drive? Well, there's nothing so wrong with the flipper. Out goes Hypnodisc. They're gone. But there is something wrong with Freewave. The pit's down. But Freewave can't seem to drive properly. They keep driving onto their hind legs like that. Meanwhile, 13 Black, well, about to get their revenge, really, pinging off the flipper of Freewave. And this is a grudge match between these two, don't forget, from the last wars. And if I remember, Freewave flipped off one of 13 Black's weapons rather spectacularly. Freewave, however, 13 Black nearly out of the arena, and 13 Black are really struggling here to get back onto their wheels. That's quite the telling tale. Meanwhile, Freewave's having problems of their own. They're up and over again. And I think Freewave are currently out of CO2! And 13 Black's in the pit! Well, that's great. Oh, and they're out the pit as well. Caesar's caught. Well, I'm not really sure how to call this. I think I'd have to go to the judges, in my opinion. Oh, hang on, they're getting back to me here. And I'm being told 13 Black are victorious! And the reason 13 Black won, I'm being told, is because Freewave had barely any control and was stuck on their backside for a lot of the fight. That's why Freewave has been eliminated and 13 Black's in the death of glory. Next up, Complete Control, Huge, and Tricerabot.
Robot ears, stand by.
Complete Control, the middleweight machine with the lifting forks and the clapper. Huge with the giant spinning blade and big wheels. And Tricerabot with the ramming spikes and the rear lifter. I have to bring that up.
3, 2, 1, activate.
Go.
And I think Tricerabot's lucky to be in the silver. Huge surprise as well. And Tricerabot's lost their face. So that's gonna, is that really going to be a problem? I don't think so. They can still drive upside down. Hang on, what's wrong with Huge? Their weapon's not going. Their speed is very slow. Do they remember to charge the batteries? Well, Complete Control trying to show up. Oh, whoa, nearly threw themselves down the pit. Watch out, Complete Control. Good grief. And now throwing Tricerabot up and over. They've thrown themselves into the pit. What was that driving? Well, Huge is now in there as well. I think it's safe to say Complete Control are the winners here. But I think Huge was very heavily compromised. There's no life in the weapon, and looking at it, there's not even any drive. I think there's something wrong with the batteries or one of the motors, electronics. Something is wrong with Huge. Okay, complete control. You're not gonna be able to throw them at the arena. That's a heavyweight. You're a middleweight. So, oh, maybe I'm wrong. Cause look at this. They're definitely giving it their all. And now they've done it. They've actually thrown them out. That's a middleweight machine, I should point out, and it's just thrown the heavyweight bot Huge out the arena. That is incredible. That is a feat. That is gonna go down in Robot Wars history. Well done, Complete Control. Whatever happens now, Complete Control earned this victory. They deserved this victory. They're not happy, however, with Huge dangling off the wall. They want them fully out. No touching the wall. No clinging on desperately for life. And there they go! Out they got the arena. Well done, Complete Control. And that's a victory that'll go down in the history books of Robot Wars. A middleweight throwing out a heavyweight. Well done, Complete Control. Next up, Pika Destroy, Hydra, and Slinky the Sea Monster. If they somehow win, it'll be impressive. I'll admit that.
Robot ears, stand by.
Pika Destroy with the spinning blade. Hydra made an improvement to protect themselves, and somehow Slinky the Sea Monster.
2, 1, go.
I'll give credit to Slinky the Sea Monster, however, for getting this far. It's a very, very unique design, I have to say, and they seem to be stuck in the corner there. Meanwhile, the front weaponry on Hydra seems to be protecting themselves from the spinning blade of Pika Destroy. Now Hydra on the attack on Slinky the Sea Monster. And Pika Destroy releasing, well, closing the floor flipper. Now, here's the thing, because of Slinky's forks, they can't get at Slinky really. They can't really get towards Slinky the Sea Monster. Hydra seems completely stuck on top. And now, Hydra are really stuck on top. And that seems to have done some damage to Slinky the Sea Monster. There's fire. And I think that might be it for Slinky. I think they may be immobilized. They're being counted out. And they're gone. Now, it is just Hydra left for Pika Destroy to beat. And I think they may have done, because the backside is completely exposed. And they're striking it with all their might. And I think they may have just immobilized Hydra. There's no movement anymore. There was a bit of movement before, but now there's none. And they are finished. Hydra are immobilized. There's no movement. There's stuff on the floor as well from Hydra. And that's some serious repair work for the Death or Glory. Meanwhile, Pika Destroy will be heading through to the Death, or not for the Death, or the Heat Finals. My English is gone. Meanwhile, Pika Destroy hitting the weapon of Slinky the Sea Monster and upends himself. Lovely. But it's Pika Destroy who goes through to the Heat Final. A vast improvement from Crippling Kabutops, Pika Destroy. They're through to the Heat Final. Hydra and Slinky the Sea Monster, however, into the Death or Glory against 10th Seeds 13 Black and the surprise middleweight machine, Complete Control.
Roboteers, stand by.
Here we go, the Death or Glory with complete control, 13 Black, Slinky the Sea Monster, and Hydra.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
I have a feeling the winner of this will be someone quite unlikely. 13 Black up and over. Slinky the Sea Monster seems to have stopped working. Here comes Hydra on the back end of complete control, doing nothing. 13 Black not really getting into the thick of it. Hydra on the weapon of Slinky the Sea Monster, pointlessly firing the weapon, and that's using up CO2. And is that smoke I can see there? There's smoke coming, and I'm wondering, where is that smoke from? Is that from Hydra? Is that from Slinky the Sea Monster, who seem dead in the water? There's no control or mobility in 13 Black, and I think 13 Black are immobilized. I think that's the end of them. And now look at this! Complete control underneath 13! Underneath Hydra! Sorry, and throwing them up and over! That's real impressive, actually. That's a middleweight throwing over a heavyweight. Look at them roll. We saw complete control do that to Huge earlier, and now they've done it again to Hydra. Now Hydra can right themselves, but I don't think they're really able to. I think they've used up too much CO2 when they were stuck on top of Slinky. They're righted now, courtesy of complete control. Complete control, meanwhile, seems stuck almost. Slinky the Sea Monster. Drive issues. Oof. Complete control colliding with 13 Black, who I think are now 100% dead. There's no real life. There's no controlled movement. Here's Hydra attacking complete control. Slinky the Sea Monster. There's still movement, but that's probably the one downside to that design, really. Moving. Complete control. Completely on top of Slinky. Okie dokie. There's Hydra. Coming in to see if everything's a-okay. I don't think it is. Not for complete control. Now, things are changed, and Slinky needs to be careful. And Hydra drives into the pit. I don't think that was intentional, but now and now Slinky reverses into the pit. Well, okay. I mean, okay. Well, complete control. The winners, 13 Black, are immobilized, and now, well, 13 Black, they can move, but they're not driving forwards. I think there's a problem with the drive and complete control lifting them. I don't see the point, their weapons are still spinning. But complete control, I think, are trying to throw 13 Black into the pit. I think they're in there now, or almost. I'd probably leave it. Complete control. That's probably the best you're ever gonna get. But it's complete control who heads through to the heat final to join Pika Destroy. I gotta admit, well done, complete control. And there you have a confirmation. 10th Siege, 13 Black, gone. Hydra, gone. Slinky the Sea Monster, gone. Complete control through to the heat final to take on Pika Destroy. Whatever happens, both these machines deserve a place in the series semi-finals.
Roboteers, stand by.
The heat final with Pika Destroy, the Pokemon, and the Canadian middleweight robot Complete Control. And these two actually fought earlier in this heat.
3, 2, 1.
Don't forget they fought earlier against 13 Black in the first preliminary battle. So now they're in a head-to-head fight, and it's already PK Destroy doing all the damage, but they're finding themselves under their back. Now that's a very good tactic there, to stop them from fully going out of control, to stop their blade, which they've used to smash complete control into the wall. And right now, on damage, I'd have to say it's PK Destroy, and even more so after that assault, up and over. Look at this! PK Destroy! Bang! There! I think they clipped something and it sent complete control up and over, and complete control has no self-righting mechanism. They've no way of coming back into this. They're back up and over now! But their blade, the weapon's gone! They've got the forks, but not the clamper! The clamper's gone! So, actually, I don't even think they've got drive. Come to think of it, nope, PK Destroy going insane again. But complete control, I think, are immobilized, and they're being counted out. And what a shame, because they had done so well to get to the heat final. They fought hard. They had an amazing accomplishments, not only flipping up and over a heavyweight machine, but flipping a heavyweight out of the arena. That is an amazing feat for a middleweight robot. That is insane. PK Destroy about to throw down complete control, or are they about to throw themselves in the pit? No! Their blade bounces them out. We've seen that earlier as well in this heat and in this series. They almost fall in here as it's ascending though, but the blade hits the lip of the pit and they bounce back. And now PK Destroy there's not much. Is all of this necessary? They could have just reversed into them and slammed them into the pit. Well, they'd probably get stuck, wouldn't they? And now, one final onslaught, and into the pit. And that's it for complete control. PK Destroy through to the series semi-finals. A vast improvement from Crippling Kabutops in the last wars. An extremely impressive display from PK Destroy as they slammed their way into the semi-finals, and a much improved machine from Crippling Kabutops last war. Hope they can go far. But until then, take care, and I'll see you next time. Farewell.